Welcome, welcome. Come on in, come on in. Girl, sing that song. All right, welcome, 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 welcome. That was called Only So Far by Hanny Han. Welcome, everybody, welcome. Listen, we're going to get started with today's video. Let me put the timer on for 35 minutes. Listen. This is not going to be a perfect video because I haven't really fully prepared because my time is so limited as is. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump into the video. I feel like, okay. All right. And these are colors from the nude lipstick pack that I'm doing a limited edition on this winter. I did get in I got in the stock, right? I got the stock in. However, I want to get a new one for myself out of the stock, but we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about it later. But listen, oh my goodness, I don't want all of this stuff popping up. Got a lot of nonsense going on over there. All right, so welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to get live on all platforms. We're just going to be having a conversation today. I like this. It looks plumper. All right. I wonder if I should put on a little tiny bit of blush. See, I'm going to get a facial today, so I don't want to put a whole bunch of stuff on my face. You know what I'm saying? Let me try to make this more even. I am happy to see you all today. We had a dynamic night last night, and we are waking up to a discussion that we need to have about this Indian saga that's been happening on my page over the past few days. So let's go ahead and get live on all platforms because there's a lot going on out there. Listen. We are live on YouTube. We're live on YouTube, which is a welcome in everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, you know what? This song is so good. Gonna smile at one of a kind. And I can't get you off my mind. I'm running too hot, I need to cool me down. Baby, Welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm your host, Tonya TKO from the Tonya TKO Show. I'm a self-love specialist, and I'm a grad student of psychology right now. And I've learned so much over the past week, and epiphanies have come to me because there are things going on that I didn't know were going on. So let me just start off this video with a preface. This is not going to be a perfect video because I'm a grad student. My time is so limited, and I don't have all of the time that I would like to be able to research stories and to broadcast them perfectly. So you're gonna have to bear with me as we go through this video. Recently, there are a few different things that have happened, and I want to show this to you, right? Let me get this up on this screen over here. Shout out to the people who were here last night. All right, this video here. I put up this video the other day with the thumbnail says, "I'm not black, Indian colorism," and there's me looking with a face, right? And this video has garnered a lot of attention on YouTube from people who were born in India, migrated out, or who are Indian descendant from either their lineage or their parents, right? And something really interesting has been coming up, and I wasn't expecting to come across this idea. So what I would love for you to do is I would love for you to check out that video. Take a look at it and look at the comments because there are a lot of things that are wild. A few things came to me. So I named this video, "The Eternal Sunshine of the Colonized Mind." And part of the reason that I named the video like this is because when I was speaking with people, I think it's gonna, oh, listen. So this is how the video starts out, right? This person is Indian, right? But if you were to look at this person and his hair was shaved, you would think that he was black. A black man came out disingenuously and was like, "They look nothing like us," etc., etc. Race is a made-up construct. It was invented by Europeans in the 1600s. Before that, so listen, Africa is considered a continent now, but before that, people, these countries did not have the borders that Europeans created. It was just different people in different tribes in different areas, and other places there were different people from different areas who identified themselves by their ethnic group, etc. So this whole idea of white and black is something that just did not exist before Europeans created it, and they created it because the money that they were making from the slave trade was just too good. So they wanted to codify it into having a permanent underclass. They wanted to justify. I showed you videos about phrenology with the fake head skull thing. Oh, speaking of head, give me a thumbs up for all of this beautiful, natural, gorgeous mane growing out of my skull, the way Goddess intended, right? Oh, somebody talking about my natural beauty. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, if you were to see this person right here with a shaved head, would you think that this person were black? Would you? I want you to be honest. If you would think that this person is black, put up a 1. If you would not think that this person is black, put up a 0. And if you would know that this person is Indian, put up a 2. I want to see that. Or a peace sign. Let me see. Let me see the votes coming in. Hey, Elle. So yes, when I saw this, I was very stunned because I was like, oh wow, I did not expect for an Indian to look like this, right? So let's see the numbers of when we have them. Somebody's saying it looks like AI. Oh my goodness. You know what the thing about it is? Nowadays, who can even, this is interesting. Okay, so somebody's saying one for sure, one for sure. Listen, I found this picture online and it said that it was an Indian man. It said buff Indian man. That's what I saw as the picture. So somebody is saying, so here's the numbers. Mariana has a 0. Mariana says that she would know that if she saw this person with a shaved head, she would know that this person was Indian. If that's the vote you want to go with, I'm gonna leave you with that vote. That was so. Someone else is saying without the hair. So this is what I'm saying. I asked if this person's head was shaved. If this person's head was shaved. Mariana, I'm going to tell you this right now. You're lying. You're lying. And you can rage out in the comments if you want to, right? You can rage out if you want to. But I'm going to tell you why you're lying, right? You're lying because people are people, and Black women have the Eve gene. There are no features that exist in humans on this earth that cannot be produced by a Black woman. So for you to say that anyone has characteristics that could not be held in Blackness, you are either lying or severely underinformed, right? And so I just want us to be very for real right now. This person, so you know what? I asked for an honest vote. If you feel that you're voting honestly, fine. I'm not going to argue with people, right? Just all right. Let me just continue going on, right? Gia is saying he has this man has all of the features of a Black man. He looks like he has a perm, or at least a mixture, 80% back, LMAO Blackness. Listen, I apologize for calling a person a liar, that they were lying for their if that was their true vote. I rescind that. Okay. All I'm saying is there's no way that we can say that people who exist have features that do not exist somewhere in Blackness. That's just disingenuous. Kendrick Lamar has a perm. What in the world? Anyway, let me just continue going on. I just want to go on, right? When I was in Nigeria, I came across an interesting phenomenon that I didn't know existed before I was in Nigeria. And when I was in Nigeria, the people were, I came across these two educated men who were laughing about African Americans because they didn't realize African Americans were stolen, that the ancestors are our ancestors, that they're one and the same, that the way we got into America is because we were stolen, we were trafficked. And yes, there were Black people who were here. Ivan Van Sertima has a book called They Came Before Columbus. So there were Black people that were here, yes. And there were millions who were trafficked. I don't understand how this is a controversial thought. I don't understand how that's a controversial thought. But nonetheless, so I wanted to show you all some of the comments that I got on that post. And this is by no means, pretending as if this is a full list of all of the troubling comments that were there. These happen to be just some of the comments that I was able to gather before making this video today. But there were more troubling comments that were there. And so Blackpink is saying Tupac Shakur looked East African and South Indian. I'm half Indian and one of my uncles can pass as Black with his head shaved. What I'm saying is there's no such thing. Race is, I feel like I make videos and people don't see the videos. So like I have to repeat some of the stuff that I've said in prior videos, but then I don't have the slides and stuff up and ready to be able to address those things in current videos. So this is what I'll do, right? This is what I'll do. Yeah, you know, perm relaxer. Listen, we know that black people have been calling relaxers perms. I don't know why we call it that, but that's, you know, we know what you're talking about. Blackpink. Oh my gosh. I feel fatigued. I was fatigued before I started this video, and now hearing people fussing about the word perm when it really doesn't matter. Perm relaxer, okay, all right, okay, but we know what the person's talking about. Mindy Kaling's brother passed. Here, I'm gonna put this up from my last video so that we can just take a look at it real quick, because it doesn't make sense for me to try to repeat it in this one when I've already spoken about it. So let's jump into this. Here we go. This is happening because race is made up. There's no such thing as race. As people migrated and moved, they would slowly shift colors and hair types and noses and all of that. Like if you saw him with shaved. All right, so we have that. We have that. So forgive me, I feel very tired and I did not want to make a video this morning. I wanted to rest, but I have a lot of errands, and then I'm getting my hair braided today, and then tomorrow. So I wanted to also talk about redo the second part of the Trump video, and then tomorrow I have a lot of homework, and then we're going back into a full week of school. So I really didn't have the time to make this video, and I'm frustrated because I just really just want to get through the ideas, and I feel like I'm getting distracted and all of this other stuff, right? When scientists looked at DNA and genes, etc., they found that race was so less than 0.1% of the genome expression attributes to characteristics that are known as racial characteristics, right? But there are no markers. And listen, I'm not an expert on this and I need to do more research myself, but from the limited stuff that I've seen, what makes a person look a certain way is genes turning on or off for certain characteristics. And genes, like people, like there could be greater gene similarity between a quote unquote white person. Like when you look under the microscope at these things, you cannot tell whose race is what. You just can't tell. And gene expression changes from region to region. And as people moved and migrated, certain genes would turn on and certain genes would turn off to adapt to that climate, to the amount of sun or cold, altitude. So I don't know if you've seen people with these strips to open up their nose because their nasals are all, they're all blocked up because they have thin noses, right? People in warmer climates have larger nostrils that take in a more of the air in the hotter regions. In the colder regions, the nostrils became smaller to take in less of the cold air to save the mucous membrane or for whatever reason. And then places where the climate was warmer, the hair would be more coily to wick sweat off of the head. And then in places where it was colder, the hair would become straighter and straighter in a fur-like way to cover people and keep them warmer. How much vitamin D you would get. So white people, this is one of the things that I discovered during the pandemic. White people produce more vitamin D than black people do, white people. So I'd say less melanated people produce more vitamin D than more melanated people, because more melanated people are able to absorb more vitamin D from the sun, whereas less melanated people are not able to absorb as much vitamin D from the sun. So therefore they produce more vitamin D. But these are all things that have to do with migration, etc., right? Because listen, let's just keep it real. Part of the reason that you can't say that a person like this, why you would not think that that person was black, part of the reason that you cannot say that is because life began in Africa. The black woman has the Eve gene, or the however you want to call it. What was Africa called before people named it Africa? Was it called Kemet? I forget all of these. I forget. I need to listen. I'm actually thinking about doing my PhD in history so that I can understand some of these overlapping systems, because personally I find it fascinating that people in India don't seem to understand how colonization has affected them far and wide. Now there are some people who are awake, right? But let me show you this. Let me show you this, right? All right. Take a look at what we have on the screen right here. So this person, I can, let me, hold on. Let me make it larger for you so that you can see right here. Now it's too large. Let me make it a little smaller. Okay. So, oh, it's not doing what I want it to do. Here we go. Mitochondrial DNA, thank you. So this person, Chandra Pavit, says, stop your woke black drama and propaganda on Indians. Indians come up with every shades of colors, from light to dark. In fact, in my own family, we have different shades of colors, unlike you Africans. So don't assume Indians will join your woke black gang. And don't forget your own African black masters sold you to whites for slavery. Now you guys got an opportunity to live equally, but still you guys play black victim card using past events like colonialization. Now blacks like you are thinking only blacks belong to this earth. The fuck are you talking about? Goddamn, goddamn, the fuck? So then I respond back to this. I respond back to this human, and I say, this is my response back to this human being. I said, I stopped reading at woke as an alleged insult. You don't want to be awake? Go back to sleep then. LOL. Trump loves the simple-minded because they listen to anything and repeat it. Like these stupid fools, they're just repeating any goddamn thing. And this is part of the reason that I am making this video, because I got so many different comments from people. Number one, woke is a term that is spoken between black people. Like people outside of the black community have no fucking idea what woke means. But if you speak English, you know what the fuck awake means, goddamn, don't you? This is what I'm saying. Don't play in my motherfucking face because you don't fucking know me. I'm not like who you think I am. I'm not like that. So please, it looks like somebody has sent in some sort of, it looks like, I need to turn that off. Please do not send me super chats through YouTube. Do not, and I didn't even know that somehow that got turned on for my channel. Don't send me super chats through there, because YouTube takes 55% and gives the creator 45%. So I know that you all don't want that to happen. So don't send it through there. If you want to send me an Apple through Cash App, $ Tonya TKO. The link is in the description. I'll read it on air. But someone, I just saw a comment on the screen that said, fair-skinned Indians. Oh my gosh. Let me just, as an aside, let me just tell you all what I came across when I was doing my comments on this video, right? One of the things that I saw were people referring to less melanated people as fair-skinned, bright-skinned, all of these glowing terms, even the company Fair and Lovely. You know what? I need to do this video again and I need to write notes and stay on my notes, but I thought that I'd be able to do this real quick before I went out to my appointment. Even Fair and Lovely, the company changed the name of their company to Glow and Lovely. So now people let me get to the next comment here, right? All right. So this person says Indians aren't black. It's not colorism if they claim not to be dark skinned or black. Why are some folks trying to claim them? So this person, as you see, they edited their comment, and I took a screenshot of it anyway, because this person's original comment said Indians are not. It's not colorism for Indians to not want to be dark skinned and to prefer being fair, light skinned, right? And I wrote back to them and I said, what is your definition or understanding of colorism? And then the person must have looked up what colorism is and then they edited their comment, right? Here we go. This person says, unfortunately, colorism is not just an Indian problem, but it's a human problem all over the world, at every culture in every country where there are people. And then I just went on and on. The person was going on, and I just responded and says, this is not true. The tribes which have not been touched by Europeans don't feel this way. I mean, what has to happen to a person for them to not like their dark skin? What, and then even the fact that we refer so, colonialism is the reason why we refer to some skin as dark and some skin as light, why we refer to north as up and south as down. The people in Egypt used to refer to south as up because that's the way that the river Nile flowed from. And south, so like even, so I was talking to a Brazilian girl in my class the other day, and she was like, oh yeah, you know, I'm from the south, so you know, it's very cold there. And I was like, oh, that's right. In South America, things are upside down. In the South, it gets cold. So I had to wrap my mind, because here in the United States, in the quote unquote North, which is up, it gets cold. And in the South, it is warm. But in Latin America, the everything is flipped upside down. And it was Europeans who decided to show the map right side up, so that I have these earrings that represent the continent of Africa. However, this is how it really should be, and it should be squished in a little bit more, because the old map, the map that produced in Africa shaped like this, that map was created for Europeans who placed Europe at the top, and they also made it easier for the Europeans to navigate. But the proportions are way off. I covered this in in a presentation that I did for one of my classes this semester. But nonetheless, right? People in these comments are claiming that, and here's another one here. Here's another one. Tonya TKO, there are a couple things that you must segregate when it comes to India. India and the East, and India and the West. We are not like either. We are not like the stereotypical Western country with Western thought and attitudes, but our values are ours. And a lot of it, oh my gosh. So the person is just going on. I'll let you, you could go to the thing and read it. The person is going on and on about how it's us in the West who have these colorist issues, et cetera, et cetera. That's Western thinking. However, do you all know what the term delete means? D-A-L-I-T. I'm going to Google it for us right now, because I read this in a book, and the delete. Okay, here. So the delete, if I could get this, oh, it's small. Let me see if I can make this larger. Okay. In the traditional Indian caste system, a person who belongs to one of the lowest castes outside of the four main castes in the Varna system, a member of the scheduled caste. Let's see what else it says, right? All right. So the deletes are the people outside of the caste because they're in the lowest, one of the lowest castes, and not even the four main castes. I don't know much about Indian caste systems. I'm gonna just be honest about that, right? However, let me show you all something. This book right here, can you see it? This book is called, let me turn down the light a little bit. The book is called The Right to Sex by Amiya Srinivasan. Srinivasan, right? Amiya Srinivasan, right? And Amiya talks about India. And she talks about the delete. And guess what happens to delete women? Police violence, how do we put this? What do you call it when something is not adjudicated and the people are not held to account? So they get SA'd, right? They get SA'd by people who know that these women are powerless. They get SA'd, and then the police come and SA them too. The police will beat up the deletes. Does that sound familiar? I mean, I didn't make this up. This is what is inside the book. I don't have a point of reference for this. I read this in this book, right? I have to find, listen, when I redo this video and talk about it, I'll find the section and show you all. But I'm like, oh, that sounds awfully familiar, as with people here in this country. So when Indians tell me that India does not have a colorism issue, that that's a problem of the West, that they don't know what I'm talking about, that this has nothing to do with them, ask the delete women. Ask them. Ask them how they feel, because plenty of more melanated, I was going to say darker skinned, but the thing is we have to change the way that we use language, because we cannot call people who are less melanated fair and bright and light and upper. And then the people who are more melanated, we call them dark and darker and lower and all this other stuff. We have to really think about our words, right? Oh, my Tamil friend told me that real Indians acknowledge their African ancestors. Fake Indians are those who identify with their Aryan invaders. I mean, that's an interesting way to use the terms real and fake, but okay. All right. So nonetheless, right? So Janet is saying those ones that made you darker than a paper bag and those lighter than a paper bag, LA Indians and Edison Indians. Let me tell you, in India, they have a different terminology. Here in this country, we use brown paper bag. They use wheat shaft over there, wheat something, wheat shaft, wheat something. They compare the lightness or more or richness, lightness or richness. Doesn't that sound better than lighter or darker? Rich. Their scale is wheat. So I think that that's pretty interesting, right? All right. So here's another comment. Oh, I want you to see this here. Okay. So this person decided that she was going to tell me, right? This person says, we have good facial features and hair texture. We comes is very variety of color. Don't put your black ideology on us. If you are black, have bad hair texture, and don't have good facial features, it is not our mistake. Don't talk about us. We never talk about you, nor interested in it. Okay. Why is this person saying this? What are quote unquote good facial features? What are good facial features? What are good facial features? What is good hair? What is bad hair? Right? We talked about this the other day when we showed this very rich complected Indian woman here and this melanin deficient Indian woman there, right? What are good facial features? Are good facial features the ones that look closer to Aryan? Is that what you call good? What is bad hair texture? Who taught you that? Who taught you that it's better to have certain features than it is to have other features? Who taught you that? And then and then for those people who believe in a god or a goddess, especially as a god or goddess who is the creator of beings, do you believe that a god or goddess made a mistake in creating hair texture the way that it naturally grows out of anybody's head, or skin texture or skin color the way it naturally shows up for people? Where is anybody getting the idea about good hair, bad hair, good facial features, bad facial features? Who is creating this standard? Oh, it's time for us to get up and move, right? So I wrote to this person, LOL, please help me understand what you mean by good hair or bad hair, good facial features or bad facial features, and who created this scale? Where did it come from? Listen. All right, let's see what song we're going to dance to. Oh, we danced to a nice song last night. Let me see if we could put this on for us today. This song was fun. All right, get up out your seat. Get up out your seat. Get up out your seat. Hey, hey. Miguelito, ¿sabe qué? Hey.
Suéltala con toda tu bellaquera, da la vuelta y va a la ese trasero mata. Comienza el perreo de la raza, sácatela y baila, el tema guasa guasa. Ese burita pegadita, no eres rookie, tú te la quitas. Una chica y bien linda, retumbando sin perder el compa. Baby, trata, traca, ta, ta, ta. Se sale una y otra más. Saca, sácatela. Empezó el revolú y vamos allá. Suéltala con toda tu bellaquera. Da la vuelta y va a la ese trasero mata. Comienza el perreo de la raza. Sácatela y baila. El tema guasa, guasa. Hierba blanco. Fumándolo un rato, baby, yo no alcanzo. En la nube me quedo toda la noche. Baby, traca, ta, ta. Se sale toda la nalga de la minifa. Saca, sácatela. Empezó revolú y vamos a suéltala con toda tu bellaquera. Da la vuelta y va a la ese trasero mata. Comienza el perreo de la raza. Sácatela y baila. El tema guasa, guasa. Ziquiza, wow.
Ey, mami, baby, muévelo. Dame esa cosita, baby, trégalo. Le gusta reggaetón y le gusta poco reggae. Le gusta el gordito porque tiene poco pegue, baby, dame más. Ya sé que a ti te gusta por detrás. La como cenar. Hacemos una movie, lo que quieras, tú la tuñas.
Suéltala con toda tu bellaquera. Da la vuelta y va a la ese trasero mata. Comienza el perreo de la raza. Sácatela y baila. El tema guasa, guasa. Ziquiza, wow.
All right, I tried my very best. I was tired though. I was tired. Like for some reason my knees are like really weak. I have the strength in my knees. They just, all right. So Siwa is saying, can you read my comment? I just read it. I know you didn't send a comment through when I was dancing, thinking that I would be able to see it. I can only see the comments so copy your comment and paste it down below. I'm about to read the apples to see if, oh, whew, whew, my knees are so tired. I don't know what's going on. Oh, and for some reason my phone is not recognizing my face today. Take your hair out and your phone doesn't even know who you are anymore. All right, there are no apples that have come in. There was a super chat that came in earlier, but I didn't get a chance. I saw that it came in, but I didn't get a chance to see what it said because it went by. And so somebody's saying it's all indoctrination. Yes, exactly. So if you want to send a Cash App through, it's $ Tonya TKO. And the link is in the description. It's a verified page, so you know you're sending it to the right place. So I'm hearing that they changed black to blue in India. I don't know much about it, but this is what I'm hearing. So Siwa is saying we South Indians are dark and are hated by others. Why are you all hated? What did you do? Like, this just doesn't make any sense. Like, to hate a person because they have more melanin, where did this come from? Siwa, are you able to call me on WhatsApp so that I can understand, either WhatsApp or Telegram? Do you have either one of those so that you can call in and tell me what is going on? And if not now, will there be a time that you can call in? I need to understand why darker complected, richer complected, beautifully melanated Indians are hated. Why? Why do Indians hate darker complexion? This is part of the reason that I'm thinking about getting my PhD in history, because I want to understand how we got to where it is that we are today. What is it about the colonization that happened and the invaders that happened in India and in Asia, major and minor, that have turned people to hate the melanin that protects us from the sun, so much so that they would put hydroquinone, a carcinogen, a known carcinogen, on their skin to rip and strip themselves of their melanin? Siwa, are you able to call in? Are you in India? Can you call on a phone? Can you call on WhatsApp, or can you call on Telegram? Let me know. And then while we're waiting to hear back from Siwa, I'm going to play some more of these comments. All right. So, Lunice, they are not aware that the colonizers brainwashed them. Siva said, oh, that's right. A W would be pronounced with a V sound for Indians. So Siva says that Krishna is black, so she doesn't understand why they hate black skin. I don't understand it either, even without Krishna being black. I don't understand it. So this person says, Indian colorism is nothing to do with race. But unfortunately, India has different shades of skin in same family very commonly. That's where the darker skinned girl or boy in family mostly face mockery or discrimination. Either they are rich or poor, they will be mocked by few people. I don't get it. I don't understand it, right? I am African. There is a large Indian group in my country. The Indians hate being dark skinned. They have a colorism problem. But the crazy part, that's part of the reason that I named this video, The Eternal Sunshine of the Colonized Mind, because I'm finding that Latinos, Africans, Indians, and I don't know who else out there, I guess Asians, they don't understand. They don't seem to understand. They're like walking around like they're perfectly, like everything is just fine, but everything is not fine. Like when I talked about the Bollywood movies, there's so many people in the comments that are like, oh, oh, Isabel Wilkerson wrote a book called Caste, The Origins of Our Discontents. The author is a Black American scholar, and the movie also, and the movie also, I guess the book also inspired a movie. Jerry's saying the Indian caste system is definitely related to race. Listen, race is a made-up construct. Did Siva respond back? Because I'm trying to see if Siva can call in. Or Siva, are you shy? Like some of my Indian classmates, they're so shy. It's very interesting to see. Like, very interesting. So nonetheless, I need to stay on top of the time. Black is Beautiful movement in India. Listen, this is what I'm saying. Because Black people in America So LaRonda says, I'm a 25-year-old. I have no education with this category. I here to educate myself. Okay, so listen, let me just tell you, this is basic, very menial education here because I myself am not fully educated on it. One thing that I can say is that as an African American living among devils, like the like white supremacist devils living among them and their brutality. Let me see if I can show some things to you all, right? Because I mean, maybe I should put my Indian videos in a playlist so that you all can see them all. I don't know what else to say because I've made different videos about this. So let me show you where you can find a video that can help you. So these are the most recent videos that I've put up, right? And there's a video that I put up with Indian roast. This is the video right here. It's called Indian roast. They do have sexism in India, a lot of it. So this is the screenshot for the video Indian roast. I'm just going to show you real quick. These are devils right here. So this is the video, and I just want to show you all because I begin to talk about how these devils, how they acted. Let's property well. These psychopaths were harming. Here, let me just play this for you so that we could just go through this part. You can watch the whole video. The whole video is 13 minutes long. It's a great video. Here. Listen, not everybody treats their quote-unquote property well. These psychopaths were harming and maiming human beings because they had a sick, twisted, demented fetish on the inside for harm. They were sociopaths, psychopathic, masochistic, and sadistic, just cretins.
And wasn't the goal of that book to absolve white people of the horrors they were responsible for in terms of slavery?
So this is a little girl with a grown man hitting her with a water hose. They sicked dogs on children and had the dogs biting children in the United States of America. We lived with these devils and we saw their devilish ways, but people who were colonized never got a chance to be a minority in a majority country of these devils. And they never got a chance to face the brutality that African Americans faced, which woke us up. So when somebody says that they're anti-woke, I said, okay, go back to sleep. Go on, get back in bed and pull the covers up over your head. Because see, I'm not awake to everything, but I'm woke to some things. I'm not awake to everything, but I'm woke to some things. You can quote me on that. Because these people, they think, listen.
Segregation and overarching racist policy.
So here, let me go back just a little bit because Dinesh D'Souza wrote a book right? You see that? So he wrote a book called, here. Let's go back. I know it's confusing, but this is a prior video. That's where you see me with the head wrap. And this is this current video where you see me with my hair out. So just stick with me, stick with me. So here, even I'm getting confused because I'm like, wait, is this the old video? No, I'm moving. So this is the new video. Even I'm getting confused. Don't worry, I got you. So here, let's go back real quick.
To have their names and faces attached to things like this. Dinesh, weren't you the guy that wrote a book back in 1995 called The End of... And wasn't the goal of that book to absolve white people of the horrors they were responsible for in terms of slavery, segregation, and overarching policy?
You see that? You see that? So he wrote a book called The End of Racism because he wanted to absolve white people. Let's see what this says right here. In 1995, D'Souza published The End of Racism, in which he claimed that exaggerated claims of racism are holding back progress among African Americans in the United States. He defended the Southern slave owners and said that the American slave was treated like property, which is to say, pretty well. Oh my goodness, this guy. Wow, listen, not everybody treats their quote unquote property well. These psychopaths were harming and maiming human beings because they had a sick, twisted, demented fetish on the inside for harm. They were sociopaths, psychopathic, masochistic, and sadistic, just cretins.
And wasn't the goal of that book to absolve white people of the horrors they were responsible for in terms of slavery, segregation, and overarching racist policy? Wasn't the whole point that black people were just dramatic, holding themselves back? Right. And then several pieces of anti-black drivel later, didn't you become the OG tweeter, in fact?
Hold on. I need to go back and read this. There we go. Oh. So I get very stunned right there because he went and put up the N-word, right? He went and put up the N-word, and I'm just... The revolution will not be televised. I'm very stunned. Hold on. We have a message that's about to come up. The revolution will not be televised, and talking about certain controversial topics in America has had an effect on my channel. So thank you to all the new people who have subscribed. And for the people who thought you were subscribed, take a look around and make sure that you're still subscribed. And if this is your first time coming across me, subscribe now so that you can be sure that you'll find me again. All right, make sure that you subscribe because talking about these topics has had a negative effect on my channel. So make sure that you take a look right now and make sure that you're subscribed because I'm getting reports from many people who are getting unsubscribed against their will. So check and make sure that you're subscribed. All right, listen, I'm going to get some comments from you all and then I'm going to get out of here because like I said, I'm going to have my hair braided today. So I wanted to make sure that I made a video with my hair out so that people are not fucking confused out there. I am proud. Listen. I am proud of my Negroid features, my Negroid hair. I am proud. Listen, you don't get to be the woman that I am today without going through the things that I have gone through. And black people, listen, black people, because you know there's no such thing as race, but black people are among some of the strongest, most adept survivors out there. And part of the reason that there's an anti-woke movement out there is because they want to be pro-sleep. They want you to go back to sleep so they can do whatever the hell they want to do to you, so that they can run roughshod over you, so that they can harm you and you thank them for it. Let's go ahead and start getting some of these self-love lessons up because I want us to be able to come out of this video with some new ways that we have learn to love ourselves, right? This is something else, I'll tell you that much. All right, let's get... Listen, this video is live. If you put something live on air, everyone will be able to see it.
This old house is stripped from all, gutted to the bone.
shed a tear in my whole life. Leave, baby, leave, release despair. I drink the poisonous, it'll freeze this hell. I was cursed, that's what I'm told. You'll get burned, that story's old. Dark sky and burning fire. I'm faster to escape these eyes. Mountain water running free. Take the bad luck away from me. Wind blows like the Santa Ana breeze. Take the bad luck away from me.
Yeehaw!
The air is thick with snow. There's nowhere to go. Earth and soil release my fate. Take my bad luck, don't hesitate. Dark sky and burning fire. I'm faster to escape these eyes. Mountain water running free. Take the bad luck away from me. Earth and soil release my fate. Take my bad luck, don't hesitate. Wind blows like the Santa Ana breeze. Take the bad luck away. Take the bad luck away. Take the bad luck away from me.
Hey! Whew! Listen, even though that was some country music, we was able to get down to that one. Whenever you see me get up, you get up. Dance, move, movement is life. So, Chanel says people of color are as racist as the racist white people. I'm African, and even in Africa, it's a shit show. Unfortunately, you seem to not understand what racism is. Racism is not merely prejudice. Racism is the power to systemically create overarching policies to do something about that prejudice and bigotry. Another person of color without the power to do anything about it so they have updated the definition of racism to be able to include powerless people so that they have it on two different levels, an individual level, and then they have it on the overarching level. I'm not looking at their new definition of the individual level, because in order for racism to really take hold, this is part of the reason that we're talking about colonized minds, there needs to be a power structure attached to it. Otherwise, we just have a bigot. And a bigot is just an idiot. I don't care whether or not somebody, like this person who said I had bad hair and ugly hair and that my features were not good or pretty. I don't give a fuck what that person is saying. In West Bumblefuck, a person who they themselves doesn't motherfucking like their own goddamn skin. You think I give a fuck what they say about me and my hair that naturally grows out of my head with these coils? You think I give a motherfuck? So no. It takes a lot more than just a person being a bigot or prejudice for racism to have any really true effect. It needs a system of people, of police sanction, of police actions, law enforcement for the privileged or people who are not of that group. It takes housing policies. It takes people wrangling people into a certain area and stripping them of their rights, their dignity, dominating over them. That's listen, if you're not talking about that, I really got nothing for you. I got nothing for you. All right, let's continue going forward, and then what we're going to do is we're going to jump out of here. I want to see the self-love lessons from today's video. So what we're going to do is we are going to oh, here's my song. I want you to type SLL. Oh! She's saying in her country they do hold power. Oh, which country is this? That's terrible. Now see, now that's what I'm talking about. Okay. All right, listen, I need you to type SLL and your self-love lesson. Let me. All right, let's see. I had a Caucasian ex. Okay, SOL. love myself and, oh, it went by too quick. Hold on. Let me see if I can catch it. Okay, so I'll love myself and my features and teach my children to love theirs as well. Love it, love it. Love it, love it, love it. I had a Caucasian ex that tried to get me to stop doing my braids and nails, and he wanted me powerless like he saw his mama. Oh no. Listen, that's a whole other story right there. Oh wow, Chanel, what country are you in? I think I read it in the first one, but can you remind us again so that we can be aware and look into it ourselves, because that sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. SLL, self-love lesson is that God created me brown, knowing I can handle this life in my body. Love it. I love it. Love it. SLL, for new naturals, let's talk about what we do want. So let's see, for new naturals, grow your hair off, self-care, wash day instead. So let's talk about what we do want instead. So the self-love lesson needs to be stated from the I, me, and be from the positive affirmative, and not have words like don't, not, never, etc. All right, listen, I have to catch a train to start to go to my appointment, and I got to get my book bag ready, to get my reading materials. All right, listen, I'm gonna see you all in the next video. We're gonna put on our little Indian song and we're gonna get out of here. So I will see you all in the next video. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. Here we go. All right. Love my skin and my body, society's standards. I define my own